I could see you be that kid.
Yeah, I was that kid.
Well, the birds can't go through it. They all run into it. Croak, unfortunately.
That's a sad thing.
I know, usually I gotta pick them up about once a month. I get a bird and have to take them out there to the long grass and let the coyotes get even. Okay guys, this is our last lesson. Hope you've enjoyed the lesson series so far. Today we're going to work a little on our short game, so mostly chipping and some putting. So I'm going to go over some fundamentals in chipping, let you guys split up a little bit, and then work with each person individually. Okay. Any questions from the first series of lessons? You feel pretty good about what you're working on? And
Feel pretty good about it.
okay, good. So, chip shot. What is a chip shot? You know, your chip shot, generally I would say it's considered a shot that rolls more than it's in the air, right? So usually that means it looks a little lower, it's going to have more roll on it. It's usually performed when you're kind of close into the green, something like maybe within 5 to 10 steps for sure. It's a lower rolling shot, okay? And it's probably your go-to, other than putting from right off the green. If you can putt from right here, the grass is in good shape, there's nothing really to interrupt the roll of the ball, putting is probably your best option. Your next option would be chipping, okay? And also with chipping, usually you'd like to get the ball in the green sooner rather than later. Meaning, if I could land the ball just a foot or two on and have it roll to my target, that would be preferable than flying it all the way there, you know, like a flop shot trying to stop it. So I've asked you to have 3 clubs. We got 7-iron, 9-iron, and sand wedge, and I've got 3 different targets out there. Okay? A short, a medium, and a long chip. So my 7-iron is going to go to the long target. Okay? So let me run you through. Let me hit a couple shots, and I'll run you through some of my setup basics and my swing motion, and then we'll split it up. So watch if I use my 7-iron. Okay? Watch how the ball rolls quite a long way, right? So it's a very low shot, didn't carry too far, and it rolls all the way to my target, okay? Like I say, in general, that's a lot easier than taking my sand wedge and making a big swing and trying to fly it, you know, halfway there. So if you can, try using your 7-iron to a longer target. I've got the 9-iron for the shorter target and the sand wedge for the really short target. So here's my setup fundamentals. Number 1, I've got my feet really close together. I don't like to see the feet any wider than your hips. Okay? Second, I've got the ball located probably just slightly back of center, so a little bit closer to my right foot. That helps us with our number 1 key in contact is hitting the ball first. Okay? If the ball gets too far forward with short shots, typically it's easier to kind of hit the ground behind it or just pick it. So the ball's a little bit back of center. The other thing that we do is we have a little bit of weight favoring our front foot. So all of us are right-handed, so you're going to have probably 60 to 70% of your weight on your left foot. Okay, you're probably going to choke up slightly on your club for control. You're going to have the handle slightly forward of the ball also to, again, to all promote a ball first contact. So weight forward, handle forward, ball slightly back, okay? And from there, my motion it's similar to a putting motion in that there shouldn't be a lot of wrist action in this shot. It's a very kind of firm-wristed, quiet-handed shot where you're mostly just using your arms and shoulders to rock the putter or the club back and through, okay? So watch me hit a couple more here. Okay. Something you might also notice is that I have a pretty short finish, okay? You probably would like to have a longer backswing than your finish. It kind of promotes a firm, solid feel through impact, okay? So a little bit longer back, shorter through. Should give you a nice, firm, solid contact and really get the ball rolling. Okay. So if I switch to my 9-iron, Ashley, did you have here's the 9 right here. I can make the same motion, and the ball should come up quite a bit shorter, probably to this middle target.
No hips, no. What about your shoulder and your hips? Did you?
So it's
I didn't
mostly
hear anything.
all an upper body movement. My lower body is mainly there for support, okay, and providing a supportive, stable environment for the upper body to work. Now that doesn't mean I'm locking in my knees and my hips. If you watch, I'll have just a little bit of knee movement, okay? So there's just a little bit of knee movement to help facilitate the upper body rocking back and through, rocking the club and arms back and through. So while the lower body is quiet, it's not locked, okay? Again, think of like any athletic movement, like whether I'm shooting a basketball, there's a little bit of knee action, it's supportive. Even if I'm throwing a dart, I might have just a little bit of give here, okay? You don't want to lock the lower body. It's quiet, it's supportive. But one thing for sure with the weight distribution, you never want your weight backing up on these shots, whether it's a longer pitch, a short chip. You always want your weight, it's going to start slightly forward and it stays forward, and if anything moves a little more forward through the shot. You're never trying to back up the weight or somehow tilt away and lift the ball in there. You're always hitting slightly down. And for that, it helps to have more weight forward with the handle slightly in front, and you can hit down on the ball and then scoop the club through the grass in front of it. Does that make sense? But yeah, where I feel it mostly is stable base. So my legs and my core are kind of engaged and I'm solid with my base. But my movement is all coming from my shoulders and chest. That is moving my arms and moving the club. Does that make sense, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we split up and give it a try?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.